London Underground is one of the busiest metros in the world. It is also the oldest, going through the biggest upgrade. Key to enabling trains to run effectively and on time is having track and drainage designed and engineered to modern demands. Track Partnership complete ballast track renewals, drainage renewals, points and crossing replacement, as well as remodelling schemes such as the Crossrail Enabling Works or the End State Track Layout Project. Running our modern trains containing 4 million people a day on infrastructure that was installed in the early 1900s is a challenge. Life expired assets and poor ride quality is felt on the train, even with its soft suspension. But old infrastructure has a great effect when we view underneath the train. New track reduces maintenance costs on trains as well as track. This renewal work is a vital pillar to providing a reliable network and service. The challenge to replace the track infrastructure on London Underground is unique due to the age of infrastructure combined with our space restrictions. We face this challenge ahead of the rest of the world's metros, which are younger and are more modern design. Where we can use existing high output automation systems, we do, but currently these do not fit in central areas of London. MTR in Hong Kong do not have the same scale of challenge or approach to works. New York are interested in coming over to understand how we have developed our techniques, and closer to home, Network Rail are coming to see us to learn and understand how our planning systems give us the confidence that we need to deliver on time. We believe in a future where track infrastructure is replaced with maximum value and minimum disruption. A future where critical track infrastructure on key routes is replaced without closures, while outlying areas are completed in Block A's to give maximum value while minimising disruption. This is the roadmap of the future renewal, the Track Partnership renewal of the future that keeps London moving. Our role in keeping London moving is pivotal. This induction video will show you the 4 main areas of infrastructure upgrades that the Track Partnership deliver every week to ensure that London Underground's transport system remains open and able to serve 4 million users per day. These are ballasted track renewals or BTRs, points and crossings or P&C renewals, drainage, and importantly the planning, readiness, control and support processes that make all of this happen every single week. Let's start with ballast track renewals. This is the replacement of a single underground railway track. The reason we do ballast track renewals is the volume of trains over time has made the existing track degrade to give poor ride quality. This increases the wear not only on the rolling stock but also on the track itself, which makes it an even worse condition. Replacement of this track is done during weekend closures or midweek engineering hours. In preparation for these works, engineering trains across the network are loaded and positioned. Signalling systems are prepared for the infrastructure to be changed. The engineering works involve the removal of the old conduct rail, which supplies the traction current to the trains, the removal of the old rails, old sleepers and old life expired ballast. This is now ready for the new track to be installed. A geoblanket is installed on a formation to offer protection and sound drainage for the new track. A new granite ballast is then installed. This bottom ballast is compacted and creates a firm base for the new sleepers. Sleepers are then laid in place at defined points and then rails are installed into these. This can be done with either road rail machines or a new mechanised approach using the new track construction train, the NTC. Rails are then clipped to the sleepers with the new fast clip housing. Topstone is then installed to ensure that the sleepers remain in place. The gaps in the rails are welded together. The installation is then tamped. This ensures that the track is at the correct position and geometry, which will give a good quality ride for the trains. The conductor rails are reinstalled and the signalling system of the track is reconnected and tested to ensure that the signaller can control the trains in a few hours' time when it is handed back for operational use. All of this happens in midweek engineering hours or on a weekend. We also do points and crossing renewals. The process of points and crossing renewals is similar in many ways to BTRs, but in some ways more complicated. Points and crossings are junctions where trains can cross safely from one track to another. The fundamentals of the track replacement process remains the same. However, positioning the new panels of points and crossings is done in several different ways. Sometimes we use the keer-off crane. This is a large rail crane that is used to lift whole panels at a time into place. Also, PEMs and LEMs can be used to carry panels into position on a single trip. The last and slowest method is loose laying. Every bearer is put into place and every rail is put into place at site. Once the junction work is in, new point motors are installed. These are the signalling asset which move the switch rails to allow the train to be directed one way or the other. The standard point machine we install is a Shawlock point motor. The track is then tamped, conductor rail is reinstalled and the signalling system recommissioned to allow trains to be detected by the signalman and points to be controlled to facilitate the service. The last area of major works that we complete is drainage. Drainage is the foundation of a high-performing railway. It ensures that the core foundation of the railway is stable, safe and sound. The reason we install drainage is to prevent surface water gathering in and around the infrastructure and move it away from the operational asset. Drainage works can be the replacement of entire systems or the rejuvenation of an existing system to extend its useful working life. In replacement works, the process starts by digging a trench alongside the railway. Then a collector pipe is installed into the trench on a shingle base. The levels are then checked to ensure the water will flow as designed, and then the pipe is covered with more shingle and then ballast on top to ensure that the infrastructure above the drainage is held securely. The collector pipe is engineered to allow the ingress of water from the top of the pipe, and then the water flows through the lower area of the pipe away into the drainage system. Sometimes we just extend the life of drainage. Drainage that is structurally sound but may be blocked, we jet this and then we reline it with a UV lining. This allows water to be drawn into the pipe and moved away from the asset without the need to do whole-scale replacement. The planning, readiness, control and support for all of this is key, because London has one value: time. To make all of this happen on time, safely, at the best value, we all have a role to play. We use a T- readiness review process supported with visualization boards to continually evaluate and review our work to ensure we are ready at every stage. Within our works must be levels of mitigation and contingency to ensure we deliver on time every week safely. Our teams across the BTR, P&C, drainage delivery, finance, commercial, engineering, planning and support functions are all focused on driving down unit rates for delivery of every metre of infrastructure we install. This is the measure that we use to compare ourselves to the rest of the world. We are all key in doing this safely on site and in our offices, as everyone has the right to go home safely. So welcome to the team, the Track Partnership team, where we are focused on delivering world-class renewals to keep London moving.